Alright guys, welcome to Colaberia. In this tutorial we are going to show you how to find the sum of all even numbers passed to a method. So before we begin our tutorial, let's try to recap on some of the things we did in our previous tutorial. In our previous tutorial we show how to compare user input or test user password. We apply the user keyboard scanner wherein we can enter some basic information from the keyboard, and here we have the statement to be outputted that says enter user password or enter password, and we have the data type to test the user input. Here we try to build the conditions wherein if the password string is less than 6, then this statement should be outputted that says the password is not too strong, and move to the next line if the conditions is certified. Then we have access that says yes, the password is okay based on the conditions. And then we also have the conditions that match the password, the previous password enter and the one that is to be entered now. Then here we have the statement that says password has been confirmed. If else, then we have sorry, password mismatch, right? So this is what we did in our previous tutorial, and if you're just getting started with us, you might want to watch some of our previous tutorial in this course as we move along, or you can click our playlist and you click the name of this course, and then you can see all of the videos available for the Java tutorial. Thank you, and let's begin with our tutorial. But before then, let's try to comment this as usual. Let's try to comment this out. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Okay, thank you. Now let's begin with our tutorial now. In this tutorial we are going to pass some set of numbers, and then our conditions or our method, we try to select all of the even numbers. So the even numbers are numbers that can be divided and without any remainder but 0. So first let's try to build our method. So by building the method, here we say public static int, right? And we say get even number. Now we say get even number, we say int number. So we pass one parameters within our method. So we pass one parameter. Let me try to expand this so you can see. Good. The next thing now we want to do is we write the conditions that says if number is less than 0, what happens? Let's say return -1. Yep, it's better to say it that way. And we come here, we declare int, we say int sum, and we say last digit. Here we go. For, let's try to bring this up a little bit. Okay, thank you. For int okay, we already have this to be declared here. So let's come here, we say for sum, and sum equals 0, and we say number not equals to 0, number divide equals 10. Okay, let's say last digit equal number, and modulo or percent 10. Okay, so we say if last digit percent 2 equals 0, sum plus equals last digit. All right, then here we come and we say return sum. Okay, there we go. So I think basically is all we need for this method in this class. So now the next thing that we want to do is to pass a number. So we come here. Since we have public static int and we have the data type, so now we have to use system.out.println statement. So we say SOUT using this compiler, and we say sum of all even number, sum of all even number. And then we come here, we call the method name. So we say get number. This is the method name here, get number. So let's try to make next line, get number, and we say 2, 3, 5, 6, 12, yeah, and we say 4. Okay, let's try to run it first before we go over it. Let's try to run it before the explanations and see if we have some errors. So we come right here and we try to run it. Okay. Here we go. Alright, here we go. So you see, this is the sum of all even number. So if you check here, the numbers that we pass within these parameters, the variables, all of the numbers here, we have 2, we have 3, we have 5, we have 6, we have 12, and we have 14, right? So how many even numbers we have here? How many even numbers? We have 2 here, which is 1, and we have 6 here, which is 2 even numbers, and we have 1 here, which is not even numbers. We have 2 here, which is even number. So we have 3 even number, 4 here, which is even number. So if you add all of these even numbers together, the sum of it should be 14, right? If you also want to test the conditions at a less number, let's put 2, we put 3, and we put 4, right? So if you look at it, basically we have about 2 even number and we have 1 odd number. What makes it 2 even number is that 2 can be divided by 2 without remainder, right? 2 can be divided by 1 without remainder. 3 cannot be divided by 2 without remainder, and 3 cannot be divided by 1 without remainder, right? So let's see. Good. So you see, we have the result here, 6. So 4, we have 2 here and we have 4 here, right? So 2 plus 4, it gives you 6. So that's the even number. What the program does is that it tries to select the even numbers among the odd number. So if I add more even number like 8, and I add like 9, I add 6, let's see what happens. So now you see that we have 2, 4, 8, 6. So these are the even numbers we have in this program. Let's try to see the result. Okay, it's running. Here we go. Here we go. So you see, we have about 20, the sum of 20 for all the even number. If you try to sum it together, if you try to add all of the even numbers, it will be 20, right? So this is how to write a program that sum all the even numbers and leave all the odd number out. So if you see 3 and 9 here, they are odd number. So the program try to pass over 3 because it does not satisfy the conditions. And here we also have the conditions that say if the numbers is less than 0, then it should return -1, right? So let's try to put this here. Minus 3 or 30, right? Good. So possibly we know that this is less than 0, right? So let's see if these conditions we applied. Let's see what happened. It's running now. Okay, here we go. So you see, we have -1 because the numbers here is less than 0, right? So we have -1 for the conditions. So let's try to go over it. The first thing we did was we tried to create our main method class, and here we build our sub method and we pass the parameters within our method, right? Then we try to build the conditions that says if numbers, which is the parameters, right? So if numbers is less than 0, then it should return -1. Here we try to declare int, or we try to declare the sum. We say int sum, and we say int. We have this last digit is an int data type because we declare it here. Don't get it confused. We could have come next line and take this guy from here, and we say int and we put last digit. It was also going to work, but it's better sometimes to make the code less. You don't have to write a lot of code except otherwise, but there are some things you can apply. You don't have to like write a lot of code, right? Good. So that's why I just try to declare both of them on the same line, right? So here we have the for loop that says sum equals 0, and we say number not equals to 0, right? According to the conditions, if number is not equal to 0, number divide equals 10. We have last digit equal number modulo 10, right? So the numbers divide equals 10 should be modulo 10, right? And we say if last digit %2 equals 0, what happens? Sum plus equals last digit, and we say return sum, right? Good. So this is all for this tutorial. Thank you, and we move to our next tutorial. If you also have questions, please leave your comment below. Let's move to our next tutorial in this course. Alright, don't forget to subscribe as we bring you more content.